Do you know what time it is? Wow! Silver and gold time! And also market update time. And also market meltdown time. There we go, guys. You guys are asking for that silver and gold silver and gold intro. So I had one guy, you're probably watching this video right now, but I had one guy say, you know, I actually played to my kids. So there you go. I thought I'd do a little cool funky intro for you guys in today's video. So the title of this video is obviously something I want to talk about today, guys. And I want to talk to you guys about something that I got in my inbox just recently. And I want to talk to you guys about the markets and market in general. Something we've been talking about the market in the last few days. All right. Here is the thing. Now let's actually just... Okay, the title of this video was not clickbait or anything like that. It was actually something that, and that's the reason why I got the question marks there, right? Because it's like, what? Say what? Are you serious? So let's go have a look at the markets in itself, and let's have a look at. Firstly, let's go have a look at silver and gold. And the one thing you want to look at silver and gold, and I've been talking about this for a while now, is that you want to go back and you want to just bring up a blank chart, and you want to go back to the weekly chart, okay? You want to bring up a blank chart, you want to go back to that weekly chart, and you want to see what's going on with that big weekly chart here. All right, that's all you want to do, and that's what you want to see there. You want to see this big weekly chart here. And so when you are looking at this weekly chart, and when you're looking at this weekly chart, all you need to identify is with the market is like, what is the market still telling us right now? What is the market still telling us right now? And that's where I actually, you know what, I'm gonna divert into basically, you know, the market meltdown, October 2nd to the 6th, blah 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 blah, by Polny, stuff like that. You know, it's like, you know, the title of this video. Here's the thing. I had an email or a private message come to me and say, John, you don't understand. The market's going to crash. The market meltdown. I watched your video by Polny, and he said between October the 6th, October 2nd through October 6th, the market's going to absolutely melt down. He gave all these numbers. It's exactly right. He knows what he's talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. It's not about, you know, the charts. It's not about this. It's not... You know, Polny knows exactly what he's talking about. You should watch his video. He gives you all the evidence. John, you need to buy put options right now. You need to get out of the market, and you need to load up on put options because you're going to make a fortune. And yada 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 yada. Plus, if you want to protect yourself and save your family, you need to buy silver and gold physical. Yada 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 yada. And I'm like, oh man! All right, I'm gonna make another video about this, but I'm gonna keep driving this. I'm gonna keep driving this point home for you guys to really recognize what the main point here is. Okay, what the main point here. If you haven't seen my last few videos about this, go back and watch those because I'll talk about the characteristics of what happens in every single stock market crash. But I'm gonna talk a little bit about it here as well too. But I want to just give a bit of market update as I'm going through here as well. Okay, so when we're looking at silver and gold. What's really going on with silver and gold? Again, what you want to do is you want to bring up a blank chart like you see right now, where it's just a white background and just black bars, okay? White background and black bars. That's all you want to see, okay? Now, what you want to do is with the white background and all black bars is what you want to do is you want to just identify what the market is currently telling us right now. And there's only really one question you need to ask yourself, and that's it. And let's open up the chart. Right now, in the market, who's in control? Are buyers, sellers, or no one? So let's go have a look at what the market tells us. Again, I know I'm going back to basic, simple analysis here, guys, but this is it. Some people say, John, give me some advanced stuff. You don't need advanced stuff. You just need something that works again and again, all right? So look at this here. We have a low, a lower high, a lower low. So who's in control? Sellers. Market comes down, makes a low. Market runs up, makes a high. Okay, and then the market is starting to pull back through here. So if we generate a higher low through here, anywhere between here, so the market still could drop down, say, to 16,000, really and I would say this level through here, which is this is looking at silver here, should I say? Yeah, silver. Looking at silver here. Am I looking at the right market here? Yeah, silver. So looking at silver here, you can see that silver could actually continue to head down even to the $16 mark, and then continue rolling back up, and it's still giving you that flowing momentum, right? So we have made a higher high, and now all it needs is for it to come down. So we are still getting more buying activity, even though we've been selling off quite a fair bit on the daily chart. And if you look at the charts, and some people say, John, oh my goodness, what's going on with silver and gold, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you look at this here, right? And if you look at this here and you open up your charts, like, oh my goodness, gold's been selling off and it's going to keep going down inside down. It's like, remember I said before, guys, right? Bring your charts back to a simple blank chart, so you're not getting into black bars and like green and red bars and stuff like that with candlesticks. And then suddenly just look at the highs and lows. Okay, so you can see what's happening through there on silver. Let's go have a look at what's happening with gold as well too, right? Again, we're going to use the exact same analysis here, okay? The exact same analysis, because this is the only thing that we can go on right now. Not what we think the market's going to tell us and by Polny and numbers and stuff like that. It's just not going to happen, right? So what's happening right now? We have a high, we have a low, we have a higher high. So we could still generate a higher low here somewhere and then rally back up. Now, yes, if we actually go straight back down and we actually break below this 1200 level, then yeah, that's when the tune will change. But can we trade on what we hope or what we think? No, right? We only trade on what we see, and that's it. We only trade with what we see, and that's it. Makes sense, guys? So that's what you want to do right now, and that's what you want to see with that right now. You want to make a high, come down, make a low, and you're looking to make a higher low. We're looking to make a higher low out of this somewhere. So that's all you need to worry about when it comes to identifying silver and gold. Just keep an eye, especially if you're long-term buy and hold, that's what you want to see. I'm still very bullish. I still have call options in gold. Yes, I'm in a losing position right now. But I believe as the year goes on, because I remember I got January 2019 call options on gold. So I still think by the end of next year, they're going to be good as gold. No pun intended. So let's go have a look at the Dow Jones, and let's see what's happening with the Dow Jones. So yes, the market can pull back. Is the market likely to give us one big smash meltdown? Who knows? No one knows, right? But we can't go on what we know and what we think. We only can go on what we actually see. Makes sense? So therefore, what's happening here? What is happening? The market has made a high, a low. The market's ran up, made a high. It's come back down, and it's slowly calling up to make another high, right? This is on the Dow Jones. And it's absolutely trying to best this high here. So right now, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed with the Dow Jones. And again, where is the overall trend? The trend is up, right? Now, once again, if this week we actually get a close below this line through here, which is the previous highs on the Dow Jones, that's when you start to say, okay, now we're looking at potentially having a topping action, and from that topping action, I believe we're likely to start getting a bit of sell-off in the market. Okay, but until that happens, then there's nothing we can. You can't pick a top here. No one knows whether it's a top going to be in. We just got to see what happens this week. Again, if we get a nice weekly close, and especially if we get a close below this low here, because that was the last sort of major low, then that'll be telling. If we do get like a big down week through here, so like like a 5% down week or something like that. If I go back to here. So yeah, so if we do get some big sort of big pullback, and again a big pullback, even if it pulls back to there, that's like a 5% pullback. If we do get that on the weekly chart as well, that's going to tell us that hey, we may potentially having a final top here, but not a market collapse, not a market meltdown, and so on and so forth. Makes sense? And the same for the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq is still creating a very bullish pattern here. What's happening in the Nasdaq? We just broke it out, right? We just broken out of this here. Nice breakout. So everything's looking very bullish here. Now, there's two schools of thoughts when you're looking at a triangle pattern on any market here. One, is this a false breakout, or is it a more of a blast off where it's likely to continue up? We don't know. We have to wait to see to get confirmation. But if we do start to continue up from here, and we start to have a nice little rally up, from here, and we start to continue up, then that tells us this is not a false breakout. But if it pauses through here, maybe goes up a little bit and then goes sideways and then starts to break back down again, back below this high here, that will say this is a false breakout, and then we're now likely to head down, not only head down, but actually start to cause this sort of action happening. Make sense, guys? So there's a bit of a market update for you guys. They're the things you should be focusing on this week when looking at the markets, not numbers and stuff like that. And that guy that actually sent me that email, please, Just stop, okay? Focus on what we can control. And that guy sent me that post. And if you guys haven't seen my last few videos, go back and watch those. I'm going to show you in detail what the characteristics are when the market does give us a big crash, right? Remember, guys, I want you guys to remember one thing. A 20% crash, doesn't happen in 1 second or 1 day. It happens over generally, if it's going to be like a big pullback, it's going to happen generally over a week, right? If you're looking at, say, a good 50 to 80% stock market crash, that happens over a whole year, maybe more. You see what I'm saying there, guys? So it's not like, oh my goodness, the market crashed. Be careful, be careful, be careful. It's like, come on, guys. We have plenty of time if you just keep watching the charts and keep reading what the market is telling us. Have an amazing day, guys. I'll speak to you soon.